Hi, we're Diane and Keith Morris from Integrity Automotive.
And we support TV 18 and love Life Around the Lake.
This is the crew from the Flower Cottage. We are excited to support TV 18. We love life around the lake.
Welcome to Love Hair Studio. Hi, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Darlene.
We support Channel 18.
And we love Life Around the Lake.
We're your Verizon Wireless team at Locust Grove.
We support TV 18.
And we love Life Around the Lake. Woo!
Hi yogis, my name is Rebecca Conrad and we're back for another episode of Yoga Today. In today's class, we're going to be focusing on core strength. So a lot of people think of core strength as being the strength of the six-pack abs that we have hiding underneath somewhere. But it's a lot more than that. It's all of the deeper core muscles that help support the spine, support our posture. Because if we only focus on those six-pack abs, actually if they become super tight, we end up rounding forward. It's also our obliques that help us twist. It's our back muscles. Some people think of it as everything from your shoulders all the way down to your hips. And core strength is so important for safety. Just even getting up out of a chair or out of bed, you need core strength. If you're, reaching for something, especially if you're holding onto something and it's a little bit heavy and you're holding it away from you, you could throw out your back. You want to make sure that you have really nice, strong core strength. And of course, it also helps you to have good posture. So we'll be focusing on that today. We'll be doing some seated postures. So you'll want your chair. I'm sitting on an extra blanket just to lift my hips up a little bit because it gets uncomfortable if you're tall and your knees are up higher than your hips. Some of the postures can be a little uncomfortable. You also want your yoga mat to make sure you don't slip around when you come up to stand. It helps keep your chair in place. And I think those are all the props that we'll need today. So meet me back here and we'll get started with our breathing and move on from there. So the breath that we're going to practice today, or the pranayama, the breath control, it's typically what we usually do, and we're going to breathe deeply and make sure we're breathing with our diaphragm and not just shallowly into the chest. But we're going to use some visualization. So as you inhale and take a deep breath and expand your belly, you're going to visualize heat or even a flame drawing all the way down from the nostrils down into the belly, burning out any debris you no longer want to hold on to. And you can think of that as burning out toxins in your body, or metaphorically burning out stuff, emotional baggage, whatever it may be. And then as you exhale, you flush all that out of your system. Okay? So sitting up nice and tall, take a nice big inhale, visualize that heat, that flame. And as you exhale, flush everything back out. Inhale, big breath, visualize the heat, burning out all the debris. Exhale, release all the toxins, let all the debris go. Nice big inhale, creating heat in the belly. Exhale, release it all out. Beautiful. And you can keep breathing in this manner. Spend maybe 5 minutes and then let your breath return to normal just to get centered and relaxed. All right. So once you take a little bit more time breathing, meet me back here, get all your props together, and we'll start our warm-up. And let's start to get moving. Sit up tall in your chair. You may want to scooch forward a little bit. Bring the feet to the floor. And we'll take our seated cat and cow stretches. They always feel so good. So we'll inhale, lift the chest, arching the spine gently, tailbone may lift. Exhale, come to neutral. Or go ahead and round the spine if you have no concerns about osteoporosis. So it's generally contraindicated to not round the spine forward if you have osteoporosis. Exhale to neutral or round. Inhale, arching the spine. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale, cow. Moving with your breath. Articulating the spine, warming up all those muscles along the spine. Let it feel good. And also opening up those abdominal muscles. Beautiful. Go ahead and clasp your hands, if you can. Bring them to the top of the head. Just relax them here. As you inhale, reach the arms up overhead as far as you're comfortable. Exhale, back down, relax and rest. Inhale, back up. And back down. Sitting up tall, so we're stretching through our spine, our shoulders. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, back down. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale, back down. You can clasp the hands or actually just take the fingertips back behind the head. Draw the elbows back. This will really open up through the chest. Still sitting up nice and tall. And then you can exhale, draw the elbows here or a little further if you like. Inhale, open and broaden. Exhale, draw it in. So the entire time, we want to make sure our chest is lifted, our spine is long. Engaging our abdominals and the deeper core muscles will help us do this. And open, make sure we get to the legs, give them some attention. So we'll just windshield wiper back and forth, kind of like lunges to either side. Start to get into those hip flexors, the psoas muscles, back and forth. And of course, you can always hold on to the back of your chair to feel more steady. And one more time, each side, go at your own pace. All right. And then I love doing side stretches. So you can reach one arm up, other hand on the chair or by your side. Inhale up and lengthen. So this is starting to open up the obliques too. Make sure they're nice and open, those muscles that we use to twist. And we will be twisting today. And one more round. And release. Now engaging the abdominals, sitting up nice and tall. So we're going to take knee lifts. Drawing up and back down. Exhale, you can lift. Back down. If you need to use your hands for a little extra help, you can. But think about squeezing and engaging the quadriceps here as you engage the abdominals and support the spine. You can sit back in your chair if you need to. And then to add on, you can take the fingertips back behind the head again and add a little bit more, sitting up nice and tall. And move in a controlled fashion, right? Now I said we're going to be twisting, working those obliques. So the next time you lift up a knee, take the opposite elbow and twist toward it. And twist the other way. Exhale. Now I said it's contraindicated to round the back if you have osteoporosis. So it is an option to kind of crunch here and draw the elbow towards the knee. But if you have concerns about osteoporosis, just skip that. You don't have to draw it in, but I'll make sure I demonstrate that. So otherwise you can just twist, draw the knee up, come back through center, twist, draw the knee up, and keep a long spine. All right, so then this next time we come through, we're going to open back up, extend the leg out to the side, extend the arms, and then twist towards your right. Come back through center. Fingertips back behind the head. Left elbow to right knee. And then extend the right leg out. You can extend the arms, almost like a warrior two. And then start to twist. Inhale back up through center. And we'll switch sides. Twisting here. Opening up the arms. And twisting. Back through center. Elbow towards the knee. Open up, extend the leg, extend the arms, and revolve to the other side. Awesome. So that really helped us to engage those oblique muscles, but keep the spine nice and long. All right, let's sit back in our chair. Nice and tall. Extend one leg, flex the foot. Extend the other leg, flex the foot. And extend again. This time you can point, flex, make some circles, rotation with the ankle. Extend again. Sitting up nice and tall. Of course, we're going to add on. All right, so extend that right leg and reach the left arm up and back down. Doesn't matter if we're on the same side. We're just, engaging opposites. So left leg, right arm, chest is lifted, back down. This is like spinal balance, but seated. So working with these, opposite arm, opposite leg, we have to engage those core muscles to stabilize, to balance and not fall over to one side. And last one, reach up tall. All right. Now, start with both arms lifted. Let that feel good. Sit up nice and tall. And then you can add both legs, L shape here. And you're welcome to point the feet, roll out the wrists, but really engaging those core muscles, sitting up nice and tall and releasing. And we'll try that one more time. So extend the legs, reach the arms up, making that L shape with the body, strong back. Breathing deeply and release back down. All right, so next one, we're going to start to get into those hip flexors again as well. Now, it depends on the kind of chair you have. So I'm going to take my right foot back and just see if I can take it down, keep the support of that left foot, make sure you don't fall off the chair, and open up through the hip flexors here. So you can hold on to the chair. And then you can try that on the other side. And open up through here. Now, as we come to the first side, again, have the option to reach the arms up overhead. And then as you bring that knee forward, you can hold on to the shin, squeeze in, really engage the abdominals. Again, if you had no concerns about osteoporosis, you could bring the forehead towards the knee and really squeeze, but that's up to you, right? Okay. Back down. Hands to the shin, strong abdominals, and take it back. And squeeze, and release. All right, we'll take it to the other side. So we'll take the other foot back, reach the arms up overhead, get a nice stretch, exhale, bring the hands to the shin and squeeze. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, reach it back and up. Exhale, last time. Squeeze, 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 and engage. And release back down. Any more tension, any final tension in the hip flexors, we'll work it out. Windshield wiper the knees back and forth. One more set, each side. Remember, you can hold on to the back of your chair. All right. So strong legs also help support the core, because we really want our whole body to be strong. So actually, I'm going to remove my blanket for this. Work on chair pose. So as you may recall from some of my other classes, you have the options. You can hold onto the side of the chair and act as if you're going to get up out of the chair, or you can even use a lot of arm strength, engage the abdominals, and actually lift somewhat out of the chair, or come all the way up. Hands can also be at heart center, or reaching forward, really engage the glutes, the whole leg, back down, make sure that chair is back behind you. We'll add arms. Inhale, airplane the arms. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Now we'll get ready for our chair pose. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale back. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale back. Squeeze those triceps. Inhale up. Exhale back. And we've got our chair pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Airplane those arms. Inhale back up. And release back down. Take some torso circles. Moving in both directions. Loosen everything up. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale long. Exhale, hinge forward. And we'll come back up. Reconnect with your breath. When we meet back here, we'll start to get into some standing postures. All right. So to really engage our core, we're going to come up to stand. And let's just keep the heat building, and we can march in place. You can hold on to the back of your chair. You can lift the knees up pretty high. You can always, of course, let go if you feel comfortable. Hands on your hips. Just march in place. Or front in place. All right. All right. So while we're here, we can use this chair for balance. And then take your left knee up. Now, as you do this, see if you can engage your obliques. So kind of squeeze here and then switch side to side. So just being aware of those oblique muscles. We're working our hip flexors too every time we draw our knee up, whether it's in front or to the side. But let's engage those abdominals. And then you can stay on one side and squeeze. Hand can be on the hip, or you can even draw the elbow in and squeeze. And squeeze. Exhale. And exhale, take it to the other side. Squeeze here. Hand can be on the hip. Doesn't have to engage the whole arm. Squeeze those abdominals. And two more. Use your breath. And release. All right, so facing the side of our chair here, we're going to use the chair seat kind of like our floor if we were going to do these postures down on the floor. So first we have spinal balance. So I'm going to take my hands to the chair, right? And I'm going to take my left toes, have the hips right over the heels. Take the left toes back. This may be as far as you want to go. If you feel comfortable, you can keep reaching through the heel, flex the foot, lift the leg up off the floor any amount, maybe as much as hip height. Keep flexing the foot, reach to the heel. Stay here, or if you feel steady, reach the right arm out in front. Big breaths, and exhale, back down. And then switch sides. So you can start with the right toes back. If this feels good, keep reaching through the heel. Standing leg can have a little bit of bend. It helps you work that leg anyway. Stabilizing the core, lots of core strength. And then opposite arm reaches out in front. If that doesn't work for you, you'll build that strength over time so you can keep both hands down on the floor or on the chair seat and back down. We'll try that one more time. Left toes back. Reach to the heel, any amount. Doesn't have to lift up high, so you can keep it down here. Squaring everything off. And back down and switch. Right toes back. Maybe lift through that back heel. Left arm out in front. Look down at the mat. Just keep your neck in line with the spine as you do these. Strong core. Release and come back to stand. And you can open up the front of the body here. So hands can clasp behind you or grasp opposite forearms. Open up through the chest. Get a little back bend. Stretch out the abdominals. Nice big breath. And we'll release back down. All right, we've got more. So for the next exercise or posture, you can think about taking your left toes back behind you. Make sure you feel nice and grounded. Other option is to face the back of the chair if you need some higher height. And we're going to maybe bend that back knee, kind of like a lunge, or you can keep the back leg straight. And as you exhale, see if you can draw the knee in. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, back. Exhale, drawing in. You do have the option to round the back and drop the chin. But again, as we age, we don't necessarily want to round, so you may want to keep the spine long. Last one on that side. Beautiful. Switch sides, so right toes can come back. Exhale, draw the knee up. Doesn't have to lift all the way. You're going to build that core strength. Inhale back. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale back. Exhale, draw it in. Take one more, and you can hold on to the sides of your chair too. Exhale, draw it in. Come all the way back to stand. You can even come to the back of your chair. Again, just stretching all this out. Lift up the chest. Opening up through the front body. Get a little back bend. And we got more. All right. Stay with me here. All right, plank pose. So hands can be flat on the seat or holding onto the edges of the chair. Actually, you may like it if you have the back facing away from you, so the sides of the chair don't get into the way. Now, a lot of you may be familiar with a chair plank, taking the legs way back and the shoulders over the wrists. The only thing is this is really more upper body strength than core. You could get into this position if you like doing this version, keep the heels lifted and then bend the knees and still keep the shoulders over the wrist. And this is taking a lot of abdominal strength. Just stay here with the knees bent. And come back forward and relax. So to get into that again, you just step a little ways back. You don't have to come into that full plank position. Just step a little bit back. Lift the heels, shoulders over the wrist, bend the knees, engage the abdominals. If you're not feeling it, just think about lifting the hips up, using the arms, using the core. And back down, take a forward fold. You can bring your hands to the chair seat, forearms, open up through the backs of the legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. You can even relax your head, your forehead on the chair. You can also bend your knees. Any forward fold, if you're feeling compression on the low back, bend those knees as much as you need to. Big inhale, exhale. And we'll come all the way back up to stand. Now I'm going to turn my chair around so that I have the chair back. I'm going to come into Warrior Two. So right foot forward. I'm going to step my left foot back. Front heel intersecting the back arch. Front knee stacks over the ankle coming into Warrior Two. Back hand can reach back. Arm reaches away from the shoulder. Keep holding onto the chair. Or take the hand off the chair, look forward over the front fingertips. Make sure that knee is in line with the pinky toe side of the foot so that that knee doesn't cave in. Roll the thigh back. Opening up through the hips, maybe sink a little bit deeper. And release back down. You can step the back foot forward. And then switch sides. So keep that left foot pretty close to the back of that chair. Step the right foot back. Knee stacks over the ankle, shoulders over the hips. Reach the back arm straight back. Look over your chair. Maybe reach the left arm forward. Opening up through the hip. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more big inhale. Big exhale. So this little hip opening hopefully prepared us for a balance pose I'd like to try. So I'm going to turn my chair again so that I get to face the side of the chair. And there's a couple different ways to get into this. So we're going to come into half moon balance with the chair. And I'm losing my chair back, losing my mat. All right. So I'm going to keep my right foot forward just like I was going to do a Warrior Two. And that back foot can be back, but not as far back. Shifting the weight into that front foot. Now, I can keep both hands down on the floor if I feel steadier. If that's too far, I can keep one arm on the back of the chair, the other arm on the back hip. And to balance, ground down through that standing leg, maybe come up onto the back toes, maybe lift up through that back heel. I'm going to stack my left hip on top of the right, flex the foot, open up the chest. This takes core strength to balance here. Keep reaching through the heel. Let me make sure I show you the version if you have your hands down. So you can start with both hands down, lift the foot, turn out the hip, bottom hand stays down on the chair, as you extend through the top leg, opening up the hip. If this feels tight, it's just not quite open enough, bend the bottom knee. Maybe lift the top arm up to the sky if you're feeling really steady. You can always look down to the floor for balance and then slowly come out of it. All right, so I'll walk to the other side so I can still face you. So again, you can set up like you're going to take a warrior two, but not take the full stance. And you can bring the forearm to the chair, both hands to the seat maybe. Because also you have to figure out where the best position is in relation to the chair. And then as you shift the weight into that front foot, left foot, and the hand, open up through the hip. Reach to the heel. So we don't want a dead foot. We want to flex the foot and extend to engage the whole leg. Opening up through the hip. Maybe you can take up the top arm up to the sky, but you don't have to. And look at one point for balance. So that may be looking to the floor and then stepping it back, coming back out of it. All right. So now it's definitely time to cool down. That was a lot of work. Let's meet back in our chair. All right, let's start to cool down. Now, make sure you get some water. We just did a lot of core strengthening exercise. You have to work into that. And typically, I teach a class that lasts about an hour long at the community center in Lake of the Woods. So if you, if you want a nice lengthened class where you have more time to breathe, more time to get into stretches and all that good stuff. Sometimes I'm trying to cram it into this class to make sure you can get the most out of this quick class. But you're welcome to join me at the community center. Check out the schedule and my contact information in Lake Currents. But let's make sure we go ahead and do some cat and cow stretches, arching the spine, exhale to neutral or round the back. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round. Anything to stretch out the abdominals. So open up the front body. Come back to neutral. And then you can turn to the side, drop one knee down, open up through the hip flexors. And then to stretch out the obliques, you can take the left arm up and side bend towards the back of your chair. Take as long as you need. Breathe into it. Inhale back up and we'll switch sides. Drop the other knee down. Arm on the same side can lift. Hold on to your chair. Stay steady. Side bend. So opening up those obliques sideways and come back up. Stretch out the back of your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Flex that foot, opening up the calf. Inhale back up. And we're doing these actually pretty quickly. So you can take more time in these stretches. Take a few minutes. Take 30 seconds in each stretch at least. Come back up. Let's take the feet wide. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Keep the spine long, or if it feels right to you, you can drop the head. You can even bring your hands down the shins or all the way to the floor. Inhale, come back up. So remember, you always want to take these classes at your own pace. It's all about fitting the practice and the poses to your body and approaching everything with compassion and curiosity and be playful. Thank you for joining me. My name is Rebecca Conrad. Till next time. Namaste.
Hi, we're Diane and Keith Morris from Integrity Automotive.
And we support TV 18 and love life around the lake.
This is the crew from the Flower Cottage. We are excited to support TV 18. We love life around the lake.
We're your Verizon Wireless team at Locust Grove.
We support TV 18.
And we love life around the lake. Woo!
Welcome to Low Hair Studio. Hi, I'm Melissa.
And I'm Darlene.
We support Channel 18.
And we love life around the lake.